This is Skyfire News, the best UFO show on the internet. Skyfire News is on the internet. Skyfire News. Skyfire News. Skyfire News. Yes, sir. Skyfire News, the best UFO show on the internet. Skyfire News is on the internet. Come look for it on TV, man. Skyfire News.
This is Skyfire News, the best UFO show on the internet. Skyfire News is on the internet. Don't look for it on TV, mom. Skyfire News. News. Now.
I think Alex Jones was right again. God damn it. Are these aliens demons? Are they demons? Let me give you the gist of. For hundreds of years the Germans have been in contact with interdimensional beings. Please believe me, it's all a code, mind control. I know it, Joe. Trust me, bro, Alex Jones was right. Cause we grow, 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 Alex Jones was right.
What's that about? Sorry about the false start there, guys. And I'm small. Okay, hold on. We're big now. Maybe it's too big. Maybe too big. We'll see. We'll go back. We'll go back here. Okay, so welcome to Skyfire News Live. The song is telling you what's happening. So it's doing all the speaking for us. It's 80 degrees in the Pacific Northwest, and we are dressing for the occasion. I want to welcome everybody to the show today. What do you guys think of the music? Let me look through the chats. We got a new member. Uh-oh. You know what we do to new members? We hit them with
nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for me. So nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty.
Egg on my face. It played twice. Messed that up. Okay, guys, seriously, welcome to the show. It's a weird day in UFO news because things happened like right before the show started. We got a drama boiling over between Kirkpatrick finds himself in the middle of a lot of stuff. Am I tripping? Am I the only one who thinks this? I can't be the only one noticing that this guy's all in the mix. Look at this. Who's telling the, hold on, wait for it, the truth? We have to dive into this. There was claims made by Kirkpatrick. Is this guy lying? Uh-oh. We got a super sticker. Someone loves the song. I love it too.
So nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for me.
It didn't loop that time because we're learning. We're learning together, guys. So as you know, this is your home base for UFO news and culture. And there's a lot of stuff happening. I say that all the time, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but I'm glad you guys are here living it up with us. Welcome. We got Red coming from the CIA headquarters. He's on his way. That's cool. We'll keep it riding before then. Let's say what's up to everybody. UAP Zach, sick. Good to see you. Alana, member, welcome. Sassy, new member. As you guys know, if you become a member, you get access to our cool little emotes down there. Plus, you're supporting the show in our little fledgling period. It's really nice too. So we have members only content popping out. You know what I mean? That's what we got. We got stuff planned for y'all. Mostly just stuff you get ahead of time. Nothing really exclusive, you know, except for the emotes, which are pretty sick. Let's get back to these comments. Who's in the mix? Stoned Ape, friend of the show. Stoned Ape, we reference you a lot. You do a lot of work out there. If you guys don't follow Stoned Ape on Twitter, you should. You should check it out. Glasses looking tight. You know, they're inspired by UAP Mike. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I got flamingos on my shirt. We got AI music just kind of banging out. In the chat, let me know if you listen to more AI music than real music. Because I'll be honest, dude, like, AI music is like catered to your life. I made songs about a very specific, I mean, these Purple Curtains, who would know what Purple Curtains was referencing? Unless you watch the clip of Elizondo saying that's what he wanted to do with his sock puppet accounts 100 times like we did. So we're bringing you guys on the inside of these jokes. Most of them you got to do this for.
Let him cook.
You know, most of them you got to do that. So I want to watch a little clip. Why not? Why not? I put it together. We had the new track drop today, and it was Is Alex Jones Was Right. About what? Okay, not about everything. This guy's been dead wrong about a lot of stuff. Let's be clear, okay? But some stuff kind of prophetic about. Kind of like his UFO takes, his alien takes. Let's see if this is going to get us in trouble.
The country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but
Tell me how the connection between aliens and the Nazis took place. When did all this start?
Let me begin. This is really, I'm telling you, Joe, this is a real deal.
I believe you.
This is, you ask, who are they? It's people who are psychically, genetically available to interface in this incredibly diverse universe with all these dimensions above and below and all around us with consciousnesses. So then they start taking their most psychic people who are able to do this and they turn their heart off. And then they put them into these events and it's like the things the aliens tell them, they come out and they tell scientists and it works. And so all the shaman, all the ancient religions, everybody says there are the good ones and there are the bad ones, and people are interfacing. So you say, where does it begin? From the Tibetans to the Mesoamericans to the Egyptians to the Druids to every ancient society describes the same thing. There are bad things that look like elves that have horns when they show you who they really are, and there are good things, but they don't contact you unless you contact them, and then they're almost not even concerned with what you're doing. So this entity system picked Germans as its attempt, even in World War I, World War II. So the Nazis, if you get in the deep literature, they believed they were basically seancing and being possessed by entities. These people were running the psychology departments. They were interfacing with the occult. They were involved in all this crazy stuff, and it was all about their power and how great they were going to be, and the Germans were seduced.
What do you guys think about that? Pretty wild. It's wild stuff. I think it's way ahead of its time. Red!
Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Tupa? Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's the
Okay,
summer
cool.
show.
And did we get the invite to Mike? I could send it to him.
Launch it out. Launch it out. Mike,
He's worked
you're
up
on the
about
way.
this Kirkpatrick thing, dude.
Uh-oh.
Chat, did Kirkpatrick lie?
Uh-oh. Real quick, we got to celebrate another super sticker. You know how we do it in here.
Hell yeah.
This is also going to serve as a welcome to the show.
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Let me say that the verse to that song, just as good as the hook. That's John Bell's, baby. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you, Alana, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Lots of love coming in from the chat today, Red.
Hell yeah. This is a great day. And dude, like I heard you saying when I was there's so much news happening right before the show. Earlier, we had a meeting earlier today, we have our little daily meeting. What are we going to talk about on the show today? We were like, okay, we can talk about this, we can talk about that. And then next thing you know, breaking story. Taylor Swift. Bugle vindicated. Friend of the show.
That's the UFO news, baby. Anything can change in the drop of a dime. It's been so wild. I don't know what to expect. I stopped expecting anything. Jason Sands in Spaces. What? Keemstar?
Hero of Disclosure. Keemstar in the mix.
What?
Who would have thought?
And here we are.
Yeah, so hopefully, and like I said, Mike's worked up, man. I feel like we need to make a let him cook Mike thing for today's episode because he's pissed off at Kirkpatrick.
Uh-oh, I thought I heard a little alert. We might have Mike in the mix right now. Let's see. There he is. Mike.
What's good, Mike?
What's up, boys?
What up? Good to see you, man.
Crazy day, huh?
These guys, they keep lying, man. Every day is a new lie.
Oh well, what should we do for? Should we start off light and easy in the T Swift thing, and just maybe discuss that because it is kind of interesting.
You want to go on to Taylor Swift right now? Let's do it.
Let's go to Taylor Swift first. Why not?
Taylor Swift had a pretty interesting stage prop. I don't know if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, but no, it was interesting to see how prominent it was. It's in the culture now. Look at this.
So yeah, and I'll turn it down a little bit so we could not get that copyright strike. Hell yeah.
Oh, we're definitely getting struck for that. We got to turn that down. We're getting flagged for that shit for sure. But yeah, look at that. That's a legit UFO. And with the spotlight coming down, that's pretty cool. Whose idea was that, do you think? The Illuminati?
Honestly, bro, you know what a lot of comments were saying under this when we posted it? They were saying, okay, I think they're demons now. I was on the fence, but after seeing Taylor Swift shill it this hard, I'm on the demon camp.
Yeah.
I think it's I appreciate the fact that it's like an appropriate saucer-shaped craft.
It's perfect.
Somebody was familiar with the lore who did that, and I can appreciate that.
It's perfect. It's intense too. Like the size of it's like overwhelming. It's huge. You know, it's a screen, but it looks so good that from here it looks like a legitimate like prop. Like it's in there, but they just got a little spotlight in the mix. And
Heather was telling us too that Drake also had a UFO prop recently too. And I was saying this. I had this talk actually with someone. I was like, you know, Taylor Swift of all people, if she was to come out hardcore and like be like, "Yo, UFOs are real," or like, "My uncle's James Lakatsky," you know what I mean? She's being psyoped super hard right now. I would say, right? Maybe it's kind of starting to taper off a little bit, but for a minute there around the Super Bowl, dude. So now my question to you guys is, what celebrity do you think would have like the biggest impact if they were to be like, "No, UFOs are totally real. My uncle worked in Blue Book," or something like that, and something like that? Who would? What would have the biggest impact?
Steven Spielberg.
Oprah.
You know, it's interesting. Both of those people, I would say, have already kind of done that. Oprah has hella UFO stuff, especially on her like old Oprah. She had the guy you like, Mike Randall Nickerson, I believe, was on Oprah, right? Having like an emotional recollection of his experience. So honestly, Oprah, I'd consider her in the greater pantheon of like disclosure pushers, because she platformed some pretty interesting people in a time when it wasn't like, definitely not like today, right?
Yeah, but I think if she were to come out and be like, "Hey, somebody disclosed something really serious to me," I think she's such an opinion leader with women too. So that would be, you know, I think a lot of UFO people like that are guys, you know, would have an impact. But I think Oprah, for the women in the world, have a huge impact for her to say that.
Yeah, I think she had Travis Walton on too. Although to the Taylor Swift thing too, I think Oprah is one of those people. Oh yeah, let's watch it.
Cool.
John Mack on.
Yeah, John Mack. So this is the clip I got from it.
Dr. Mack's patients, Randy here says his abduction occurred while he was awake.
When I was 10 years old, something happened, and I told my mom and dad.
Do you remember when he told you? You're Randy's mom.
I remember him coming up to our room.
And saying?
And saying there was a spaceship outside, and there were little guys around his bed, and they put the dog to sleep, which sounds bizarre.
It was 1990 when they came again, and I was probably conscious for 5 seconds before they put me out.
So you were awake?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I don't know where they came from. I mean, they were there so fast.
Where were you?
I was just laying down on my bed, and it was instantaneous. They were just there. Wow. I just went into shock. I thought I was gonna die. My life flashed before my eyes. And I remembered all the times that they'd been there before to get me. I have a hard time with this.
Why?
Because I don't want to believe it. I really don't.
I edited
respect
that
on him, dude. That was
for sure.
Sick editing.
Dude, I don't remember adding the marching to Mordor drums in there, but I guess that was my bad. I think it was.
I think we could probably get him on at some point once we're a little more established.
Dude, he was on Danny Jones. I didn't even put that together because he looks so different. But he directed the film The Aerial School.
Yes.
Right? Like he directed that documentary that came out like 3 years ago. Not even. Maybe
I would say he's like right below, maybe not right below, but low-key right below James Fox in terms of. I mean, that was a really high. High produced, high production value, yeah, and it was like one of those big documentaries. He was on Rogan, I believe, too, talking about that case and whatnot.
True.
So we support the people that pushing the culture forward. I will say though, to the Oprah thing, and Mike, you're muted. I don't know if you know you're muted. She's kind of like an Illuminati one, right? It's like, I don't know. I feel like that might make people be like they're demons too. There's, you know, like if Tom Hanks said, I'm not even saying these people are that. I'm just saying, like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, do we get
I don't
to
know.
this?
I think ascribing people as being demons seems to stretch Panda, but that's just,
I'm not saying they're demons, that the UFOs are demons. Like,
all right. Well,
The UFOs are demons. Let's be right. Let's
as long as we're not saying Oprah's a demon. I don't think she's a demon.
No. I mean, as a kid, I didn't like her show, and it meant that the cartoons were done sometimes, or like, you know what I mean, that like people were going to be watching. It was boring. I really liked Geraldo Riviera. That was a cool show.
I love
he would
Oprah
like
as a
beat
kid.
up like KKK members and stuff. That was crazy. That was a crazy show. They cut to commercial to come back. He's got like bandages over his nose, and he's like,
oh shoot, Psychotronic X says UAP Mike is a demon.
I don't know about that. All right, do we want to get into this little back and forth that's happening between these guys?
I say we could, although I was originally thinking we could do the let's just do this. We'll do the DC thing after, but it's kind of going back and forth, snip snap a little bit. But let's just snip snap.
Snip snap, snip snap.
This is the hot topic of the day. This is what just broke. And Mike, this is what Mike's worked up about. Mike was clipping some stuff earlier. I saw. I guess we should start with first what? Actually, Mike, what are your Mike and Tuba? What are your thoughts on this? While I pull up, I think we should start with the excerpt from Stephen Greenstreet's documentary about this, right?
So, yeah, I mean, again, I think the first thing to establish is Brandon Fugel bought Skinwalker Ranch from Bob Bigelow, I believe sometime in the late 20-teens. Is that correct? Can we get confirmation of that? Because that's where this really starts. Right?
I want to say 2012, 2013, but that is a good question.
That's when he bought the ranch? I think he bought the ranch way later than that. I think he bought it in the late 20-teens because if he no way he's sitting on that property trying to make money off of it.
True. It was probably not too long after the show, huh?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as he got that property, he started to try to make moves with it. So I'm pretty sure he bought it in the 20-teens from Bob Bigelow, and this is Skinwalker Ranch. And Brandon Fugel, no one knew who bought the ranch at first. I believe it was bought by a company called Adamantium Holdings. I don't know if anybody remembers that name.
Oh yeah, he tried to do like a Disney and Disney World type situation, right? Where it's like at the last minute, it's like, hey, it was me who bought it all along.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I don't know. I don't want to call it a shell company. I'm not really sure what to call it, but as I recall, that was the company.
Oh shoot, Jack Sarfati in the chat. I bet UAP Mike has the biggest, sweatiest balls. There you go.
I hear scream for that, Jack. Come on. Just like, it's called Happy Nuts, dude. Go out and...
Logan Black, friend of the show, lover of the show, says adamantium is what Wolverine is made of. That makes sense. Fugel's a very openly nerd, like 80s nerd, right?
Yeah.
In the best way, bro. Dude, honestly, people are always like, would you go to Skinwalker Ranch? I would want to go more just to go look at all his knickknacks he's got from like the years. Like I think he's got like some like Darth Vader like used on films, like stuff like that of that level. So that's sidebar. Sorry. But yeah,
I feel like he has like the sky. I feel like he's got like the Skynet like hand. You know what I mean? From Terminator. He's probably got the craziest stuff, dude.
He has some stuff from Harry Potter too. So yeah. So he bought the ranch. That's what this is all about. And I guess to reiterate for the community who might not know, Skinwalker Ranch, obviously, right, as quote unquote paranormal hotspot. Bigelow bought it, as Mike said, and then this is where all the OSAP stuff starts. Right, centered around the
Bigelow. I mean, Bigelow bought it from the Sherman family. I want to say back in the 90s, possibly. That's the story, right? The Sherman family, and then Bigelow had possession of it. The ranch supposedly went dead with activity. Sold it to Adamantium Holdings, and I don't know if anybody remembers, but nobody knew who the owner of Skinwalker Ranch was. And Jeremy Corbell, and Jeremy Corbell was making a movie about it at the time, and it was called, do you remember the Jeremy Corbell movie?
Hunt for the Skinwalker?
Hunt for the Skinwalker.
Yeah? Okay.
That was it. So Jeremy was making that movie, and at the time, no one was like, well, who owns Skinwalker Ranch? Nobody knew. And Jeremy took a private plane out to film something there, and he posted a picture on the plane, and somebody caught the tag number of the captain or whatever, one of the pilots, and that's when they were able to trace the plane back to Brandon Fugel, and they were able to figure it out. It was Brandon Fugel who had bought Skinwalker Ranch from Bob Bigelow, and he was the one currently working on the movie there. So
I
we
forgot
knew
about
Brandon.
that part of it. That's interesting.
Yeah. So for a while, Brandon Fugel did not want to be known as the owner out front for obvious reasons. He's a real estate guy in the area, but I think Brandon had a lot of ties also to the Department of Defense and these gyro things. So it goes way back. I won't go too far back, but yeah, that's how he came into possession of Skinwalker Ranch, which probably leads us to 2018, right? Where
before we get
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, they ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. They getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Here's a good question for you, Mike and Tupa. Why would Bigelow Aerospace give up ownership of Skinwalker Ranch? And we kind of touched on this last time you were here, Mike, I think. But what do you guys think?
Could be many reasons. Probably the most interesting guess or possibility in my mind is that, Bigelow Aerospace is a shell company for Hal Puthoff's crazy ideas that can't go through government means, so they have to go through private industry, and that way they can't be FOIA'd. So at some point they had to change hands, right? Because either the government wanted to do it, or Hal Puthoff needed to do it, or Bigelow wanted to do it, was done with it, had gotten what he wanted out of it. Or maybe they took Bigelow as far as they could. I mean, who knows? But it was clearly, in my opinion, a relationship, and it existed because of that relationship. And at some point the relationship is over, and now Bigelow's looking into like afterlife stuff, and my guess is he's retired from the effort. But having the FAA give him the reports all the way down to, the NID stuff and like the Skinwalker Ranch stuff, I think that he got what he needed. That's my opinion.
Yeah, so I think for Bigelow
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, they ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. They getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Sorry, Mike, I had to do it. Shouts out to a girl named Tom, a member for a month. Woo,
what's this?
Wait, what is this member for a month thing?
I don't know anymore.
You guys are booking things you don't even know. I love it.
We'll just do it one more time.
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, they ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. They getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
I might be faded. That might not have been any money. It might just be what they say now once they've been a member for a month. But yeah, what do you think he gave up the ranch, Mike? Sorry.
I think it was a drop in activity. I think that was probably the biggest reason. It was hard to document. So if you listen to people like John Alexander, who had worked on the ranch, this is a precognizant, disincarnate intelligence. So it knows what you're going to do before you're going to do it. It knows your experiments before you design them. So how can you collect meaningful data? And I think Bob didn't see a real way to recoup an investment. It became a drag. It became a problem that he really couldn't do much with the property. And I think Brandon maybe convinced him, or I don't know. But I don't know if Brandon can do anything with it either, really, that's meaningful.
Is it true, Mike? Have you heard this? That like it was like Hal Puthoff and co. who like facilitated and approached Fugel to buy the ranch from Bigelow?
I can believe that.
I've heard that.
I wouldn't disbelieve that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do think there is something weird that's gone on at that ranch, without question. But what you do with it, I don't know.
I'll say I think part of it leans into the. I think he got some hitchhiker thing. That's why he's all into after death stuff now. But yeah, so I guess, and to what Mike was saying earlier, that's super relevant. Thanks for bringing that up. Because this meeting now, and I guess we could bring up, let's just watch the Green Street part of it. But the meeting was shortly after he bought the ranch, right? He hadn't owned it for a while. But it does go to show, and like we said, OSAP was all about the ranch. When we went over the Kona Blue stuff a few weeks back, you could tell they were like trying to expand on the concept of Skinwalker Ranch, and they were trying to get other hotspots and stuff. So like, I honestly forgot that this briefing even happened. The fact that this briefing happened is pretty wild, in my opinion, too. Let alone all the drama surrounding whether or not it happened. But okay, let's see. This is from shouts out Michelangelo. Clip this one.
Black and white, dramatic.
Oh, it's loading. Wow, is my internet that bad right now?
Any
Woo!
luck?
We're
Are we
good.
in?
We're in.
Kirkpatrick, if he had a previous history working with UFOs, or if he had any previous associations with members of this core group of true believers. Before Arrow, did you have any interest at all in UFOs?
Not beyond the occasional movie.
Okay. Before Arrow, did you perform any?
Interesting that he takes a swig there. I'm not an expert behavior analyst or anything, but it is interesting. And look at his face.
Dude, remember yesterday when he took a drink on that first answer? I go, he's lying, and it was like,
you did. That was a different thing too, right?
Yeah. He just was taking a drink, and it was like, dude, come on.
And interestingly enough, this was the part of the interview that we didn't cover yesterday, so it worked out perfectly that this all popped off today.
Dude, have you seen that people zoomed in on his ring, and it says Rosicrucian on the ring?
No, it doesn't.
I'm fucking with you. Let's play the clip.
Regarding UFOs or paranormal phenomena?
No.
Did you attend a 2018 Senate Armed Services Committee briefing on Skinwalker Ranch? I asked him this question because in a previous report of mine, I revealed that
Killer Greenstreet with the fade to black and then zoom in.
in
Fire.
2018, Brandon Fugel, the owner of Skinwalker Ranch, went to Washington, D.C. and gave a briefing to multiple Pentagon officials about the spooky stuff at the ranch. At the briefing were some of the members of this group. Fugel told me Kirkpatrick was not only there, but was leading the briefing about Skinwalker Ranch. Did you attend a...
That's interesting, right? So not only there, but leading it? What does leading mean to you guys before we continue a little bit here?
I would say like the most senior representative of that party. So I've worked presentations similar to this and similar scenarios with like Department of Defense, whatever, Veteran Affairs people. And this is a pretty this is not, it's not that special of a thing that people should get crazy about, except for the fact that Kirkpatrick is lying about it. Like, I don't know why he would lie about this, but yeah, no, I do agree. When there is a point person that generally is a representative of a group during a presentation like this, and I would say Kirkpatrick, appears to have been that representative of the people there.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't like that he pretended like this thing didn't happen.
And I will say Greenstreet hopped into Logan's space. Shouts out Logan Black, lover of the show. And I think I have it up, but it honestly might not be even worth it. I'll just say what he said. But he had said it's possible that Kirkpatrick is a bureaucrat, right? And he's probably in since 2018, especially. How many of these kind of briefings has he been in? But also at the same time, I don't think you forget the Skinwalker Ranch briefing, especially when, and I think I was telling this to King Wakata earlier, but the Arrow report and his whole role was he kind of was here to debunk OSAP, debunk Kona Blue, right? And Skinwalker Ranch, whether you love it or hate it, is such a fundamental part of both of those stories that for him to not remember this after he put out that report is a little weird. It's a pretty big L if it's an actual accident.
It's more than a little weird. You know that. You don't have to be nice about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let's continue a little bit more.
The 2018 Senate Armed Services Committee briefing on Skinwalker Ranch.
No, I attended a briefing at the request of the Senate Armed Services Committee on what was at that time associated with the ATIP OSAP research that was going.
Okay.
Notice he trips up over that. Notice the trip up?
Yeah.
A lot of tech to test determined that was a lie.
But also I could see where he could get confused. He the OSAP research is Skinwalker Ranch, right? But he should know that. What, Mike? What? You're what?
Wait, I'm sorry. My wife was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
I'm gonna go back. Let's listen to that one more time.
On what was at that time.
But was leading the briefing about Skinwalker Ranch. Did you attend a 2018 Senate Armed Services Committee briefing on Skinwalker Ranch?
No, I attended a briefing at the request of the Senate Armed Services Committee on what was at that time associated with the ATIP OSAP research that was going as an independent outside reviewer. And I gave them my opinions at that time.
I feel like you just said no and then yes. Did you attend a briefing on Skinwalker
This
Ranch?
is all of this reeks of somebody being very nervous about the answers they're giving. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, because also, wait, and I probably should have looked into this. What was he in 2018?
Oh, he was in Space Command. So yeah, I did. And shout out to Experience and other people. Kimball, we did some research, and it turns out prior 2017 to 2018, because he said he was in Colorado. That was actually an assignment to Space Command.
So this is interesting because remember the initial thing that triggered this was him saying he was not involved with UFOs in any capacity. So it's interesting that why are you invited to this briefing then, right? Is that kind of the thought here? Like this is why it's all kind of weird and icky. Like one, you said you didn't get involved until 2022. Now we're learning you were at this meeting. That was while you weren't in any way related to Arrow in any form or capacity, you were at this meeting. Like, why? There's a million bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., right? Like, why are you here and misremembering that you're not? Interesting.
I think he's the guy, man. He is the guy that goes into this topic and is... There are a whole bunch of these scientific bureaucrats that are public-facing that purposely take down this topic. I wonder if Sean is one of them.
Look at this still I got us on too. He almost looks like defeated inside, like he knows, right? I mean, you could any still could be weird, but it is interesting. Let me watch a little more.
Who invited you to that briefing?
It was one of the staffers.
Okay, one of the staffers on SASC. Got it. And you're saying that this was like an offset of OSAP ATIP?
That's my understanding at the time. Was it was a spin out of those programs.
In 2018. Wow. Okay.
Just pause a little bit for copyright. Green Street friend of the
so
show.
those programs were ended. The research by these independent people, because this was not an official government briefing. This was a briefing by people that were not associated with the government. So,
okay, so this briefing was not an official DoD Pentagon briefing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
That checks. I feel like that checks out. I don't know.
Brandon Fugel, the owner of Skinwalker Ranch, says you, quote, led that briefing in 2018 and claims you said you were, quote, already fully aware of the reality of UFO phenomena. Is that accurate?
I wasn't leading anything. I had another job at the time, and I was brought in as an independent, objective reviewer of what the SASC was being told.
Okay. Because this offered a little bit of a curveball.
Totally ignored that other question, huh? Did you pick up on that?
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
This is this is getting weird. Let's watch that one more time.
Props to Stephen
Brandon
Greenstreet for
Fugel,
kind of
the
pressing
owner
him
of
on this.
Skinwalker.
Yeah, he's killing it. I think a lot of believers and I think a lot of his biggest haters were pleasantly surprised by some of the stuff that was revealed in this. Would you agree, Tupa?
Yes, I would.
So, all right, so Mike, listen to this. He totally ignores the second question here.
Ranch says you, quote, led that briefing in 2018 and claims you said you were, quote, already fully aware of the reality of UFO phenomena. Is that accurate?
I wasn't leading anything. I had another job at the time, and I was brought in as an independent, objective reviewer of what the SASC was being told.
Okay. Because this offered a little bit of
Skips
a
the second
curveball
question.
in my reporting because I did a whole deep dive.
Brandon Fugel said that this guy. So this is that's a huge thing right there, and I'll trust Greenstreet on this. Brandon Fugel is claiming that at this meeting, Kirkpatrick said he was fully aware of the UFO situation. That's pretty wild. That's a pretty huge claim, bro.
This is a huge disparity.
Yes.
I mean, how the hell do we go from you don't even need to present anything about this UFO reality to I never said that?
That's a good point. This is weird. I agree with you guys. I like Kirkpatrick, but this is strange. From going from I don't know anything about UFOs and this was all kind of some culty shit to like, oh yeah, well aware. You know
I
what
was
mean?
at the Skinwalker Ranch meeting. Yeah. Oh.
And if someone was
randomly.
there, they might have been able to say that I led the meeting. But
Alana says, "What if he's protecting his family from the spooks that kill others that whistleblow?" I'm on board with that 100%. I think that could totally be
this
at
is
play.
a possibility. This is I don't doubt that he's lying. But here's the other thing, guys. We cannot accept these blatant lies. The community cannot accept it because they are banking on us taking the word from authority. And when they're lying like this, we can't.
Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, King Wakata might be right here because he's always like, dude, Kirkpatrick's a secret good guy. Fumbles like this, I feel like it's just rallying people behind this. So let's say he's in a situation where he's being blackmailed but wants the truth out or something like that, or his family's threatened. Maybe you do something like this. Maybe that's cope. But so maybe we just play a little bit more. But I'm stuck on the fact that and Fugel doesn't really seem like an overt liar like that, right? Like I don't think he would just like make up
No way
at all.
I've dealt with Brandon. I've had the pleasure. I'm sure all of us here have had the pleasure of having communications with him, and there's a lot of things I could say about Brandon, but I don't think he's a blatant liar. No.
And
not
again,
like
this was way before Arrow. Why the hell were you at this meeting, Kirkpatrick? Why were you even there? Let alone allegedly leading it. Let alone saying this stuff. This is weird, bro. Space Force is already huge at that point. Whatever, a few thousand people that could have been there. Why was it you? You know what I mean? Weird. Let's play a little more.
I have on Skinwalker Ranch. Brandon Fugel told me about the briefing. Said you were there. And he said that Kirkpatrick said that UFOs are real in this briefing. And when I reported that, I think the UFO community at the time was like, "Oh, Kirkpatrick's a UFO guy because Fugel said so." And then when your report came out, they're like, "Wait, what the hell?"
Yeah, no, Kirkpatrick did not say aliens were real.
Or UFOs were real. That the reality, quote, the reality of UFO phenomena is real.
No, I never said.
Good job, Steven, on not
Before
letting him. Steven did a good job there, huh, Mike? Not letting him skip over that second part of the question because Kirkpatrick totally tried to skip over that part of the question, in my opinion. Don't forget, Kirkpatrick said that he expects us to expect he is lying.
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. They getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Yeah, and I think you posted this, right, Mike? This clip? I'll just pull that one up.
Yeah, I did post this clip. This is a very important clip. And again, even if it is relative, to put it in context, he's talking about some scheduling stuff that got posted that ended up not being true. So he does say it with some satire. However,
this one, right?
Where we're really going is, as an intelligence officer, I would expect all of you to expect me to lie to you. Where we're really going.
So that's probably a little bit of a joke in there too, right?
Can we play that. I think we should play it one or it's only a few seconds. Play it one or two more.
We'll play it
all of
back
you to expect me to lie to you. Where we're really going is, as an intelligence officer, I would expect all of you to expect me to lie to you. Where we're really going is, as an intelligence officer, I would expect all of you to expect me to lie to you.
Damn.
Okay, so the joke, right? Like this is the joke these people tell, right, in private that they don't think you're ever going to hear is as an intelligence officer, they know you expect them to lie to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Wing
Right?
Wing. So yeah, let's
Bro, did you have any association with any of these folks, any of the people in this core group of believers?
No.
So like when you went to that briefing in 2018 where you said ALSAP ATIP folks were there, you didn't know any of those people?
Not at the time.
Okay.
he hella seems busted. Does he not? He's just giving busted energy.
Like I'm not a detective in like the witness room or whatever it is, but this is that moment where you're like, yeah, man,
We're pressing
might
this guy.
we might have you dead to rights.
Yeah, he's cracking soon. We're
Well,
gonna,
also, wasn't
this
there
is
something?
crazy.
Wasn't there something, Mike? You might remember this. Remember that briefing they did with the selected media before the Arrow historical report dropped? There was a statement in there, I believe, from Kirkpatrick about him having known Grush back in like 2015 or something like that, having worked on some sort of joint thing. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I do know like they had some communication going back a number of years. I don't remember why, but that was what I guess David Grush maybe had some not great interaction with him.
Let's see.
I
Next
don't
word,
remember.
provide context. No name UFO. Let's see if we get hella trolled right here.
Not that I remember. I think I met all the people associated with this all at that time. Was probably around the first that I'd ever met them.
Okay, so he admits that he was at this unofficial 2018 Skinwalker Ranch briefing, but only on invitation and only as an independent, objective reviewer. Okay, but seriously, what was he even doing there? How can he say that he had no interest or duties regarding UFOs before 2022 if he's attending briefings in 2018 about one of the most famous UFO spots on planet Earth? I could have pushed him more on this, but time was ticking, and I wanted to cover more topics.
Time was ticking. Al, what do you think?
I could have made more of a push, but I didn't.
But to be fair, though, he did do some good pushing. But so like, if he didn't do any pushing, I would have been like, "Oh, Green Street's going softball on Kirkpatrick." I mean, I get, and look at Kirkpatrick, bro. Every time we pause on Kirkpatrick, he looks like uncomfortable and like not happy to be here.
He's like squirming.
Yeah.
Now Green Street is gonna pretend that he's some sort of like. There has been hours. If we talk about the hours worth of testimony about how much Kirkpatrick has been a liar that Green Street has tried to undercut, versus the one couple minute clip of him pushing Kirkpatrick, that doesn't outweigh anything. Like he's gonna try to make it play like, hey, this is kind of balancing what I've been doing. No, it's not a balance. You just caught him in one lie, a big one. These people are lying left and right. It's so easy to catch them. You caught him in a good one. I'll give you that. Okay, but that doesn't outdo the fact that you are helping suppress stuff still. So, I hope that he sees this as some sort of canary in the coal mine, that this is not a good situation for them.
So, and then this all boiled over today. And actually, I didn't realize this. Did you realize? Look at this. So this boiled over today, right? Because Brandon Fugel was like provided evidence following Green Street's piece. He says, on April 19th, 2018, my team from Skinwalker Ranch was asked to provide a confidential briefing in Washington, D.C. to the U.S. Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, a United States Armed Service Committee, and United States Armed Services Committee. Sean Kirkpatrick was at the head of the table. It lasted 2.5 hours. And this was funny. Someone who blocked us, probably, I don't know. It looks like they say something like, how did you get pictures? And Fugel says, there weren't supposed to be cameras. I instructed our paralegal to discreetly create a record of it in case I needed it in the future.
What?
Oh, Fugel with the Jeremy McGowan tactic, dude.
Hey, how much
for the win?
What if we find out that this is AI?
That would be crazy. So yeah, here's pictures of the meeting, and actually, as people could see, we're gonna have to open this in a new one.
How is Kirkpatrick looking directly at the guy,
Right.
discreetly taking the photo? He's looking direct. Is Kirkpatrick like a master remote viewer or something? Is he really like in contact with aliens? We don't know. Look at him.
He's literally looking at the thing. That's pretty funny, right? Like, I don't think anyone could act like that isn't funny. You can't make this up.
They got him dead to rights, and he's so mad about it. He's like, oh man, not good. He saw that phone go up to you in that very moment.
I say this as someone who likes Kirkpatrick. With the jewelry and the haircut and stuff, I get like Aquino vibes. You know what I mean? Like, is he like
Really?
in the? I don't know, dude. Something is going on. People in this thing, they never check out all the way. Something's up.
Mike, do you think
Saying
that's
his widow peak is suspicious?
And his goatee. He looks like that when Pee Wee Herman tried to get a disguise. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, who are the other people at this meeting, right? Is that
Lukatsky, you think?
I think that's Lukatsky in the middle, right?
Who's closest to the camera?
I don't know.
Who's that?
Is
Who's
that
that old timer?
Lukatsky there at the head of the table?
No,
Like,
that's
what I'm
not
saying.
Lukatsky.
Why do
This guy.
all old white people look like Lukatsky?
Oh, they kind of do. A lot of them do. And then let's
Is that
see.
James
What
Lukatsky?
Skinwalker Ranch fam, Hal put off. That's the back of Hal put off. No one's going to tell me that's not.
No,
That is
I know
definitely
that's.
Hal
I've seen Hal put off in person. I'll tell you that's Hal put off.
I'm so funny. No, just
Oh,
kidding.
what? Oh, my God. I just realized what
Look this
was
up.
on the screen.
Yeah, Moran
It's
Lerner sent
Muscle
this
Wolf?
to me, and I was
Got
like,
it.
"Oh, we gotta." I did a smooth transition there, from the other picture to this one. But yeah, no. Let's look at some of these other pictures because they're interesting too. Let's see. Can you name all these people, Mike? For sure.
So that's the scientist. What is it? I forget his name.
Let me see.
Skinwalker Ranch.
I guess I gotta do this.
I don't know who the guy on the left is. Put off in the middle left, Hugel in the center, right.
Who's on the right? That's a Skinwalker
Who's on the
Ranch.
far left? That's the guy from. That's their head scientist, I think, or not Travis Taylor, but I think his last name starts with a W. Can't believe I can't remember his name right now.
And this is Thomas Winterton, right over here on the right.
No. That's
Oh.
not Thomas Winter.
The guy on the right's a cast member of Skinwalker Ranch. He's always
Yeah, he's a big time researcher on the ranch. He's on the show.
Cool.
And then from the right to him, that's Brandon Fugel. Then Hal Putoff to the left of him. Who is that guy on the far left?
I have no idea. That's a great
Chat.
I don't know who that is.
Who is that guy? Oh, we got Wang Wang with a $5. Don't know.
So nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Kirkpatrick is putting off Thelema vibes.
That's right up your alley, Tupa.
He said it, not me.
And
Like
this was the last picture that Fugel posted. He posted 3 photos. So, I mean, I guess technically Kirkpatrick could be in the clear, I say, for what he said when he was like he's wrong that it was clearly a Skinwalker Ranch briefing, but he could be like, well, I said it was an OSAP research thing. I just misremembered. But
How many other things has he been lying about, though? This is not the first. Look, guys, if this was, I could let it slide if this was the first thing we've thought that he's lied about or not been honest about, but this is not the first time, right? How many other whistleblowers are saying they've told and talked to Sean Kirkpatrick, and he's not been honest about them? This is just another person. This is another time. That man,
you're
is
absolutely
lying.
right. Damn, bro. Pray for Sean Kirkpatrick, dude. Whichever way he's getting blackmailed, he's misremembering. He somebody pointed out he looks like 10 years older over the past year. Have y'all noticed this?
Hitchhiker Effect is the son of a bitch.
He actually does. I mean, just pray for this man. Well, I mean, that's kind of, I feel like, the update on that front. Should we move on to the DC thing and then the source?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do our little. We have a DC banner, right? Tupa made a beautiful one, I believe.
Oh, yeah. It's got a very uncontroversial figure. AI decided to put this
Oh
guy in
yeah,
front.
that Mike will.
I love it.
LOL. So yeah, there's been a few little things happening in DC lately. So let's just see what's going on there. You know, I mean, you could even say this messaging about this briefing was technically in DC too. I mean, where things are going to happen in DC. This was from James Fox. You saw this, Mike? James Fox kicking it with
I
Brichette.
don't know if I saw James Fox hanging out with Lou Elizondo at a bar, but
That was Laszlo. We're covering that next for sure.
no. Well, also James Fox was at that bar too.
Oh, send me the picture on that. Who posted that?
Right.
James Fox?
Yeah, I think James Fox did, or Lou Elizondo actually.
Oh, well, he blocks me, Tupa, Skyfire, Keem. But yeah, let's watch this clip.
Oh, not me. So I am. I'm also, wrench me.
Oh yeah, can we get Mike the Wrench, Tupa?
On it. Good call.
Yeah, dude, Mike's are into getting Lou Elizondo stuff on the fly. But yeah, so this is James Fox, who, for the room, he's kind of coming. I feel like he's had a rough couple weeks, since the Jason Sands thing. Maybe not like horrible, but I'm sure this rollout maybe didn't go as he was expecting. And he seemed stressed, right? And he was saying this stuff about like, I wish I could talk, but the circle, if I say the wrong thing at the wrong time, the circle is going to kick me out. And people are like, what's going on with Jason Sands? Is this dude legit? Is he actually in your documentary? You're the one. You can't even be mad, right? Because you're the one who named him on your little director's thing. Which, I mean, mistakes happen. But it was nice to hear from him. Here's what he had to say with Burchett.
I'm here with Congressman Burchett, and we just want to make a quick announcement not to lose hope that there's progress being made. What can you tell the people out there?
We're making progress. I'm talking to people every day about what's going on, but we will be having some more hearings and we'll be getting some more stuff out. So please don't lose hope, folks. We're gonna keep going until we get the answers.
Big stuff coming this year. And excuse us if we look a little tired. Yes, it is late.
You look under duress.
All day.
Yeah, you look under duress.
Who's behind the camera? That's what I want to know. What's going on behind the camera?
So that's cool. He does look under duress, especially on the heel of the other thing. But I'm glad to hear it. Right? We can't.
No, I love him I love James Fox for this. Like to put this out, get a message. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, we got to keep momentum up, spirits up, right? We want disclosure. We all believe in something. Something's out there. So. James Fox is like kind of like I don't know. He's a big window into what's going on. He's doing a lot of hard work. He got out there in Brazil. He called them all. He's doing hard work, and Burchett too. But sometimes I get the feeling that Burchett is losing interest. Hella, he's like, it's all lies. They're just lying to us. They're never going to tell us nothing. But now he's like, don't lose hope. Mike, what do you think about that?
It's what we all realize, I think, eventually, is that the United States government exists to manage the DET presence here on Earth. That's what I think Tim knows. And to go up against that is to go up against something you can't possibly comprehend how powerful these people are. They may not be able to shoot you in the street, but they can hurt you in a lot of ways, I think, that I don't even know. So there are reasons why
can shoot you in the street. I think they totally can shoot you in the street too, for sure. So yeah, Mike sent that over. Let's see. So yeah, so that was cool. James Fox was there, and then let me pull this up. We had Matt Laszlo in the mix, friend of the show, at a bar with Lou. Right?
Uh-oh.
We love to see it.
Maybe not at a bar, but
they are at a bar, right?
Yeah.
Not at a. Oh, you don't like seeing Lou at a bar?
I'm just kidding.
Does that make you?
I'm just
does
kidding.
That make you worried about the state of disclosure?
No, man. You gotta have.
And James was there too. Thanks,
you gotta
Mike.
break bread. You know what movie's playing behind him?
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. I was gonna make up some lie, but
it looks scary though. Why does it look like a kid crying? Is this a
does.
sign? Is this James reaching out? Why does James look like he's crying? What's going on, James?
Chat, if you're out there, someone Photoshop something hilarious in that screen back there.
Yeah, that is.
Let's see what you guys got. We'll vote on the best one tomorrow.
Hey, but honestly though, and I'm glad Mike's here, because I don't hate Lou by any means, and I like to see him happy and having fun, and out there in DC looking swole.
I mean, who do you think's been putting up points on the scoreboard, boys?
He has. I can't deny that.
I mean, you can hate him.
Yeah.
You can love him. You could say he's a liar. You could be like, oh, he didn't stick to all his principles. I put the points on the scoreboard. I don't know what to tell you.
His pinned tweet was BS. Okay.
Oh no, the counterintelligence guy who didn't tell me the truth all the time.
You know what? Realistically, that's basically
With a lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Know what I mean? But we're getting good information, I think. Some of my early videos were on Lou Elizondo.
I don't want to tell my enemies what I'm doing either. Why would Lou Elizondo tell the people trying to keep the information embargo going the truth? What he's planning on doing? So.
I'll say this: I think Lou Elizondo could most definitely probably beat my ass, for sure. Tuba, what do you think? You think you could take Lou Elizondo?
In what? Like a hand-to-hand? No, he's a veteran. He's old. He's got old man strength. There's no
probably.
way
He's also like Guantanamo, so he's probably got some dirty tricks up his sleeves too.
Bro, and his center of gravity is so low. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing to him?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he plus respect your elders. I don't think I'd ever want to. That picture of him, it's like his arm strength is like double his leg strength. You know what I mean? You don't see that all the time.
He maxed out arms for sure.
Yes.
Hopefully this means we'll get some new Lou Elizondo content from Matt Laszlo.
Do you guys get the impression that
audio?
Oh, for sure, bar audio would be hilarious. It's just loud. Is Matt Laszlo bending down?
Matt
I feel like
Laszlo's
he's tall.
guy. He's really
he's tall.
Oh, he looks like he's like 6'5" or some shit. He's out there.
I think Matt Laszlo might be up there. And Lou's not exactly like towering.
He's
guy.
a short king. He's a short king for sure. Oh, Wang, is Lou getting swole to get ready for prison because he's about to tell us? Oh shoot, where we at?
Nowadays I'm all about the fatty. You better get some. Too busy hating, ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Ain't getting none. Me, I'm all about the fatty. Yeah, they ain't ready for.
Yeah.
Estimate of the situation is in that scene.
Did you know that, UP Mike?
What?
Estimate of the situation was an extra in that Wall Street scene in that office building.
I didn't know
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Shout out estimate of the situation.
Shout out. Hope we're gonna get him on soon too to talk about all his stuff. You saw he made his thing. Yeah, well, that's another
No,
day.
that'd be super fucking dope. Sorry for my language, but yeah, we got to get him on here. Sick project, looks good. Plus, it dives into specific cases that I think would be great to go over in that style. If he's down, come on.
All right.
little
Well,
explainer.
I'm happy to see Lou looking happy. Hopefully there's a trickle down effect there. Yeah, I think they had fun. Honestly, it would be hella fun to be at a bar with those three people, would it not?
100%.
Yeah.
Arm wrestling Lou.
Yeah, like Corbell did when Jesse Michaels went out there.
Dude, how many beers would it take to win an arm wrestle against Lou, dude?
Yeah, I appreciate the good Lou does. I will say that. Hell yeah. Should we move on to this now?
Real quick, before we do, I think in light of our new criticisms, and my camera got overheated, by the way, it's like 80 degrees over here in Portland. So in light of it, I think we got to play this in new context.
Yeah. We're eating crow today, huh, Tupa?
I think so, dude. Was Corbell right?
Look, man, from zero to Jeremy, what's my freedom to speak here, George? Go for it. Yeah, be myself, you always say, right? Cool.
It's your birthday.
Thank you. Total fucking horse shit. And Kirkpatrick is a piece of dog shit. Total fucking horse shit. He's a suit. Is a liar. Is a piece of dog shit. Total fucking horse shit. He's a suit. Is a liar. Is a piece of dog shit. So let's get into the lies that he's a liar.
He stuck a shiv right in the ribs of his own organization.
You omit information, that's still a lie. So check this out. There's an information war. This is disinformation. This is a disinformation tour. Total fucking horse shit. He's a suit. Is a liar. Is a piece of dog shit. I don't know if I was forceful enough, George, but that's how I feel.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Yep,
good.
that's pretty good. Grush W.
And he's a liar. Jeremy called that.
Patrick L.
Listen, man, those answers did not look right. The way he was kind of squirming, I think I'm going to be looking at Kirkpatrick a little differently now. We need to see what's really behind the curtain there, for
Do
sure.
you remember when that one former CIA director was talking about UFOs and he looked like he was getting like Havana syndrome
John
attack?
Brennan.
Yeah,
Director
I feel like there might
Brennan,
be
yeah,
some
I
of that
remember
going on, maybe.
Oh,
'Cause
totally.
He looked under duress or whatever.
Dude, blink twice. Is there Morse code happening in this video? Yeah, let's get into this little last story. I might have to call it a little early
Who's the
tonight.
source?
Around
Yeah,
7:30.
I think we'll maybe save the Jesse Michaels Grush stuff for tomorrow. But this was interesting, and I saw Mike had some commentary on this. The Green Street after thing. We touched on this a little bit, but
Who's the source? I love this. So it's this, right?
yes, apparently Green Street said that the person he was referencing in that Spaces yesterday was on this page. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe go through it again and see who is this horse that's in the race that's talking about Lou Elizondo's book. All right, let's run it.
I mean, Lou Elizondo's got his book coming out, and you guys want an exclusive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Delayed, right?
Well, let me phrase it this way. From what I have, the information that was given to me from right from a horse's mouth, one of the horses in the race, I should say, is that one of the reasons Lou Elizondo's book has been delayed is because people within the circle on the inside in this group, you go pull up the group in my video, group of people within that are going,
wait, you can't say that, Lou. Like, that didn't happen. That was me. That wasn't you. That was me that did that.
Oh,
Boom. So, and Heather Brady made this fantastic graphic. This is sick. And she did it on a phone?
it's so good.
I couldn't do
It's
this
so
on
good.
a computer. What the hell?
Our
So,
graphic right there.
so who's the source? And then as we found out later, apparently Green Street said the person he's referencing is on this graphic. So, Mike, let's run through the claims again. He said,
It's got to be Lukatsky.
you think so? And why is that?
Lukatsky doesn't like Lou. OSAP was doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing. And Elizondo came in and cleaned it up. And
Is that how
Lukatsky
you read
hasn't
it?
liked since.
What were they doing that they shouldn't have been
That's
doing?
how I know it. That's
You
what I
know
heard.
it.
That's
You heard this, Mike. That leaves one
I heard.
question.
I heard.
Who's the
Lukatsky-
source? who's the source on that one?
I can't say who's the source on that one, but I can say
Cool.
someone close to that said Lukatsky and OSAP were doing some really not cool stuff.
Really?
And yeah, Elizondo came in and cleaned up some of it, and there's been some animosity over it. So I wonder.
What did you think of the Lukatsky interview on Weaponized? There seemed to be a little tension there between what Jeremy was trying to pull out. And he even went to Corbell and said, Corbell, maybe you can speak his language or something. Maybe you can try. Because he was asking him questions, but Lukatsky seemed to be like real tight-lipped about stuff, or at least interested in reframing it before answering.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Lukatsky was involved in. I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
I'm just
you
gonna
know
say
what? I think it's totally Lukatsky too. You're absolutely right, Mike, because I just pulled this clip up. But let's re-listen to it because I didn't realize. Like they say that they have the exact same verbiage right here. I didn't even realize until I tried to re-listen to it. I had some Strand
Really?
stuff ready to go, but the verbiage is the same. So let me pull
Hold on.
it.
While you pull it up, dude, we got. That's really cool.
Breaking news?
I mean, you just discovered something. I think this is a good hit.
Well, yeah, this is a good hit for sure.
It's kind of a reach. I was reaching.
A little bit of a reach. I was like, we reaching. Skyfire news. All right, so let's listen.
Let him cook.
Coming out. And you guys want an exclusive? Yeah.
Yes.
Delayed, right?
You want to see a dead body?
Well, let me phrase it this way. From what I have, the information that was given to me from right from a horse's mouth, one of the horses in the race, I should say, is that one of the reasons Lou Elizondo's book has been delayed is because people within the circle on the inside in this group, you go pull up the group in my video, group of people within that are going, wait, you can't say that, Lou. Like, that didn't happen. That was me. That wasn't you. That was me that did that. You got to change that. Like, you can't just say that. And so.
All right, let's see this now. And now let's go. Where am I at? Sorry, boom. There's so much stuff going on. All right, here we go. Oh my God, sorry. Boom. Listen to this.
That is, I'm looking at it particularly in regard to UFOs and the paranormal. There are people who have written, have talked about things they are absolutely wrong about, but they totally believe it. You can't call them liars. They totally believe it. Now, how many of those people that David Grush came across are fit in that category? I could name a list of them right now, but I won't. I mean, obviously, I respect their opinions, but I know what they're saying is false. So it's a phenomenon now. I certainly hope that does not spread across all topics on the internet, because we're in big trouble if that's the case, because that means people are, is delusional the correct word? I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but hold on, because we don't have Grush here to talk about.
Didn't that sound similar? Similar kind of sentiment and wording and phrasing? And Mike, you could speak on this. When the book Skinwalker's at the Pentagon, oh, there goes mine. There goes my camera. Boom, just like that. When the book Skinwalker's at the Pentagon came out, it was kind of like a part of it was like a refutal of some of Elizondo's claims, was it not? Of like kind of correcting some of the record on to the Leslie Keane article and some of these little discrepancies. Although now it seems to be more of an overt, like, Elizondo, stop lying about me. Even this interview, I think he's talking about Lou Elizondo there, right?
I wonder if Elizondo is trying to help clean up some of the mess that Lukatsky made, and if Lukatsky is being defensive over that.
Okay,
Red.
Mike, what's this mess? Sorry, that he made, because you're saying this mess, and Elizondo came in and cleaned up. What's the? You don't have to reveal your insider source, Mr. Super Secret Mike here. But what's the general gist of the mess he made? I thought
I think it has to do with interfacing with experiencers and possibly people being hurt during experiments and things being stolen. Yeah, like there's a lot to this story that I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever come out one day. I don't know a lot to it. All I know is like OSAP was doing a lot of things that, you know, were not being regulated. And I don't know if Lukatsky was involved with it, but I think, you know, the Department of Defense was worried about it.
No Name UFO
They
says
were worried about the
Pandolfi.
optics of it.
Was
It's not
Pandolfi in
even
the mix?
Yeah, I think so. I think he could be in the mix.
So
I don't know.
Lukatsky might have been doing some weird stuff with experiencers. Is kind of the gist. Maybe some
I
unethical
don't know.
things.
Somebody Lukatsky or somebody from OSAP was doing weird stuff with experiencers. Possibly people got hurt. Possibly things got stolen. And I think Elizondo was brought in and to possibly clean it up. And there's
That's
a lot of
interesting.
animosity between Lukatsky and Elizondo over that.
That's
And I
interesting.
think
That
about
kinda
who
checks.
did what is, yeah, I think that explains why there is this dynamic.
Well, because Lou's a counter intel guy, right? So he's in many ways like how Jason Sands was. Like and Lukatsky even talks about it. I think maybe in this interview, I don't necessarily have it clipped ready to go, but he talks about there's people on ATIP and OSAP whose job it was to like plug leaks, kind of a thing, and like test the security of the program itself and the people in it. So that would kind of check with what you were saying, where if there was an event that caused them to be like, hold up, we got to get some law and order around here, and they tack on Lou Elizondo.
Yeah,
sounds like what you're saying.
That's what I'm thinking. And to me, a lot of people may say Lou Elizondo's a bad guy. You know, maybe he did stop bad things happening. To maybe, you know, when you talk about the government doing bad things, we talk about programs that are rogue, doing bad things. Maybe Lou Elizondo is one of the guys who comes in to stop those things.
Do you think he's ever used remote viewing to stop stuff or to like help in security?
Maybe. I know I've tried to like remote view things. It's like I've tried to remote view the trappic. I was about to
Right? I mean, why not? Why not? It's free. Just try it. You know, it takes a little time. Real quick, Red, in that statement, Greenstreet used the word circle, right? The circle, and like isn't like James Fox used that same phrasing?
He did, yeah. Should we listen to it one more time?
Yeah.
You guys want an exclusive?
You guys want some candy?
For real.
I'm delayed, right? Well, let me phrase it this way. From what I have, the information that was given to me from right from a horse's mouth, one of the horses in the race, I should say, is that one of the reasons Lou Elizondo's book has been delayed is because people within the circle, on the inside, in this group, you go pull up the group in my video, group of people within that are going, wait, you can't say that, Lou. Like, that didn't happen. That was me. That wasn't you. That was me that did that. You got to change that. Like, you can't just say that. And so
That has the same ring as what we just heard from Lukatsky, does it not? Mike, I think you cracked the case. I was leaning Stratton, but after hearing those two clips side by side, you could just feel it from the same energy. Want to see my puppy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the no. I think that's the vibe.
Oh,
dude, this is interesting. Lukatsky, chat. What do you guys think? I think you guys are onto something here, right? Is he listed in here?
Well, let's
yeah.
We'll close it with
Bottom
this. We'll
left.
run through the list.
Yep.
Kit
sir.
Green. Is it Kit Green? Yes. No. No.
Kit Green.
Hal
Hell
Puthoff?
no.
Hal Puthoff?
Hell no.
Chris Mellon? Hell no. George Knapp? No.
No way. No way.
Corbell? No.
No.
Robert Bigelow? Maybe.
Yeah, right. Because he's retired. Like
He kind of seems like on the outs of the circle, right?
Still, maybe he might be set to benefit. Still, I mean, you know, there might be some backdoor deals to like.
Wasn't there
still
someone
being a
recently
partner.
who was like so and so's
The
on
only other
Bigelow's
person
payroll?
I think on here might be Stratton.
That's who I was
Stratton
thinking of.
or Taylor.
Or
Are the
Taylor.
other two people I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leslie
I think-
Keene? Hell no.
Hell no. Hell
David
no.
Grush,
All right,
Nolan.
well, that was a
Nolan,
fun show.
Grush, Kelleher maybe, but I doubt it.
If Kelleher did it, I think it would be to back up Lukatsky. I thought that those two were kind of.
Oh, actually, no. This is another point I wanted to make on the recent weaponized mic. I actually think there might be a little bit more of a fracture. I think it might have been Knapp or Corbell. I think there's a little bit of a fracture between Elizondo, Knapp, and Corbell. Because, well, one, Knapp wrote the book with Lukatsky, right? And then he wrote a follow-up book after the first book with Lukatsky that was kind of saying, like, Lou's a liar, right? And then in this recent episode, they were talking about that Kona Blue thing, and they both are like, Kona Blue's BS. Anyone who's telling you it's real is lying to you, da-da-da-da-da. And honestly, it sounds like when we listened to that Tucker clip a while back, it sounded like Lou Elizondo was telling Tucker, like, yo, Kona Blue's legit. I never thought this would see the light of day. So it seems like almost like a public, like, you're going to talk about Kona Blue. I'm not going to say Lou Elizondo's a liar, but I'm going to say people shilling Kona Blue are liars, like a message to Lou. This might be conspiratorial red, but I don't think, I mean, you have to at least agree, Mike, that George Knapp writing 2 books with Lukatsky kind of puts him maybe leaning more towards Lukatsky than Elizondo, right? No, you don't think so?
No, I think co-authoring a book with them isn't some sort of like, no. I don't see Knapp doing that. I see Lukatsky being that salty guy.
Well,
All the
also
people
though,
on this image, without
if
without
it's
doubt.
Knapp, if Knapp already helped one person write their book, maybe Elizondo's like, hey, help me write my book. And then in the book writing process, Knapp's the one who's like, yo, this was Lukatsky. I already wrote about this in the other book. Just a thought. I'm not saying for sure, but it's fun to speculate, right? Why not? This is the shit we live for.
Lots of diversity in this inner circle. The old guys from.
Why is there only
Pittsburgh.
one photo of Eric Davis?
I know. I mean, it's crazy. His only other photo was a drawing I made of him. Remember that first one I made of him? I think that's why they don't.
Colin Kelleher is definitely from the 80s.
His is
Oh
really
my
old, too.
god, he looks like a
Couldn't have found
dad.
an updated photo of him.
Looks like a dad from a sitcom, dude. A failed sitcom.
Saber says UAP Mike runs cover for Elizondo though, so be careful. Mike, are you on Lou's payroll? Be honest, bro.
Not once has that man ever put me on payroll, offered to be offered anything. 0 things.
Well, we just had AI analyze the truthfulness of UAP Mike's statements,
With
and
a lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Oh shoot! You can't argue AI busted. Look at Mike's busted.
He's got a pack.
But yeah, all right. Well, any other closing thoughts, guys? Fun show. I think Mike cracked the case. I don't even want to present the arguments I had for Stratton because I think it's pointless. I think Mike got it.
I think so too. Guys. I love this show. Today was great. The weather is super good. It's still nice outside. Everybody go touch some grass. Live it up. UFOs are cool. They're fun. And we're giving you the news every day. Mike,
Hell
thank you
yeah.
so much for joining us, dog.
Fun show, guys.
Yeah.
Bye. I'll see you in a space or something.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys out there. Thanks again for all the supporters. We want to thank everybody that gave us super chats. Let's get some music going real quick for this, right? We need to have our little beats. God, that's just it's too much Sam. There we go. There it is. Might as well get Alex Jones was right. No, we need hype. We need to hype it up. You guys already know what we're missing. Okay. It has to just be Gary Nolan blocked me. That's the only thing we can go out on. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. We got a lot of super chats today. Thank you, Sassy, for becoming a member. It was awesome. Awesome to see you. Welcome to the family. Use those emotes. Live it up. Alana, thank you so much. You guys were making it rain on us tonight. And for the guys and girls who renewed their membership for another month, thank you. You guys are keeping the show alive. Wang, good questions and much appreciated donos there. Good work, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, Skyfire News, Chupacabra, Red Panda Koala. Peace.
On TV, it's my birthday, friends all around. I should feel lucky, but I looked at my phone and seen that Gary Nolan does he even know about me? The cake comes out, everyone is smiling. I know I should be happy too, but I'm dying. I'm fucking dying.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Nolan blocks me.
If you guys want to listen to these songs, there's a playlist on our YouTube channel. Check it out. Till next time, guys. Peace.
And I can't blow out my candles because of all of these scams. And I can't blow out my candles because of all of these scams.